Provost Uzanis, Dean Lombard, the Board of Trustees, ESF Vice Presidents, Deans, and Department Chairs, the Alumni Association, the Commencement Selection Committee, to all the faculty and staff, families and friends, and most of all, to the graduates. My name is Rhea.
And I am Fareya, and we are honored to give the joint commencement speech today. Our message today is one of unity. When we leave ESF and search for ways to impact the world, we will do so knowing that we are united by our hope, our passion, and our commitment to leaving the world a better place than what we found it. We may not have realized this when we first arrived here. I experienced this firsthand as a freshman during a class field trip out to Hybrid Forest and Tully. As I waited out on College Place, 2 buses rolled up. My friend and I got in one, and we started driving away. As I looked around the bus, I realized there was no freshmen on the bus at all. We had no idea where we were going, and we were lost.
Fareya was lost. Like, she was literally lost. But I was lost too. I was lost mentally and emotionally. Arriving for orientation, I was ready to prove myself and just show myself. But for the first time in my school history, I was uncomfortable because I looked around campus and realized that almost in its entirety, there was no one that really resembled me. And I've never been in an environment like that before, where I looked so different. And it made me feel less secure.
What both Rhea and I know now that we didn't realize then is even though that we felt lost, we were never alone. Our experiences of being lost were necessary for us to find our paths and ourselves. At the time, we were focused on our destination and paid little attention to the early signposts that were guiding us in the right direction. We knew that we came to ESF for an education, for scholarship, and for professional training. But what we didn't realize is that we also came here to find out who we wanted to be. We found a community and had many shared experiences. We have collectively developed our character through our support for each other while making that dreaded tree of life in biology. Thanks, Dr. Furky, for that one. And we have done so many coffee runs while cramming for late night exams. We have danced together at parties, and we have eaten so much free food, from bread day, morning munches, and all the TGs. We have suffered the snow and the lack of snow days. Thanks, Syracuse. And we have bled orange at SU basketball games. But most of all, we have been able to spend our time here with like-minded, passionate people.
However, like-minded doesn't mean we think alike. We all come from a unique place, which can only enrich the environment that we're in. Many of us joined student organizations that were unique to our own personal goals. Organizations that touched upon issues that seemed to divide us, but instead brought us together. Outside our experiences at ESF, we will still have to move forward and face new challenges in finding our way through a culture that is sometimes lost in indifference, lost through xenophobia, through judgment or fear, and sometimes lost through silence, because silence is consent. Yes, it is easy to see the differences in each other, and hard to sometimes see the similarities, but one thing holds true. The power of being united, accepting each other for all that we may be, is stronger than any power or discrimination can hold. Standing in solidarity with each other generates hope and optimism that one day we will no longer have to fight for just a conversation, but we will simply listen and we will learn from those that are around us.
Sometimes, when facing uncomfortable change, we might again feel lost, just as we did when we first arrived to this campus. When this occurs, we need to apply what we have learned here at ESF and embrace the unfamiliarity of diverse views and beliefs, while challenging others to engage in issues that threaten to separate us. Issues that include climate change, the need for conservation of biodiversity and natural resources, sustainable energy, and green spaces.
Embracing discomfort does not just apply when pushing for environmental progress, but when pushing for social progress as well. Through communicating with one another, we begin to comprehend our ultimate goal, to continue the legacy of what we have learned here while at ESF. We must be able to understand those that are around us, no matter what differences separate us, whether it is race, gender, sexual orientation, national origin, citizenship, socioeconomic status, religion, mental health and physical disabilities, the feeling of loneliness is the same. If we are more understanding of others, we will be able to change the world, just as we try to make this campus a better place for future generations to come. We, class of 2016, are leaving a legacy of unity, empathy, and optimism. We take these with us toward our goal of improving our world, because these challenges are bigger than any one individual.
So today we challenge you. We challenge you to improve our world. We challenge you to step outside of your comfort zone. And we challenge you to unite.
Class of 2016, thank you for your memories. Thank you for the tie-dye shirts, the flannels, the bare feet running across the quad, and the late night alto single runs. But most of all, class of 2016, thank you for being my home, our home, away from home.
We face uncertain challenges, but remember that we will always have each other. We will always be united, we will never be alone, and we will always have ESF. We have one more group assignment for all of us today that we can accomplish together before leaving for our individual journeys.
Class of 2016, please rise with a slip of paper on your chair and recite together the quote by Wendell Berry, an American poet and environmental activist. Come on. Y'all ready?
Is everyone ready?
I can't hear you. I'm serious. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Nobody can discover the world for somebody else. Only when we discover it for ourselves does it become a common ground and a common bond, and we cease to be alone. Congratulations, class of 2016. We did it!